Hello. In this video, we're going to talk about how to loop through and keep asking a question until we get an answer that is reasonable to us. Let's say we take a simple question: is your home in Arden Hills? And if we want, we could even say yes or no, so that people know exactly how to answer using lowercase. So if I run this program and I say nah, nothing happens. We don't get to answer it again. Just the program's over because it doesn't hit one of these two solutions. So one solution for this, there's a few different solutions, but we could have a loop that says while true. So, and when we do this, it's going to loop through everything that is indented. So I'm going to take all this and indent it. So this isn't perfect. This isn't what we want, but I'm going to show you what's going to happen. It's going to say, is your house in Arden Hills? If we say yes, it's going to say great. And now it's going to loop back through here. Each time you run it, it's going to loop through and say it again. If I say no, it's going to do the other option. But now it's continuing to ask the question. If I say nah, it doesn't do anything, but it asks the question again. So so that's a good step in the right direction. It'll keep doing that this again and again. And one way to get out of a while true statement is to use the word break. So break just means that it's going to exit. So we can say break here. So now if we answer the right one of the right responses, it'll say this and then break out of it. Or if you say no, it'll break out of it. So let's run this and see what happens. If I run it, is your home in Arden Hills? If I say yes, program's over. If I run it and I say no, program's over. But if I run it and I say something like, nah, it'll just ask the question again. You can say maybe, it just keeps asking the question until you give a reasonable answer. Another thing you could do is add an else statement to this. And the else statement would allow you to say something to the person who's not typing in what we want them to type in. I'm going to move this down a little bit. So now we could say, please type yes or no. Now if I run this, if I say nah, oh, that's neg. It says please type yes or no, and then it loops back up to the top, and it'll keep doing that until it gets a response it likes.